Hey guys, it's kind of shoulder week here at MTFU. I've got a couple of good articles up that have gotten a lot of good play. Here's something that's always been a point of contention for as long as I can remember, and the word has always been with a straight bar, never do press behind the neck because you got to bring your arms way back here and it hurts and whatnot. There are some qualifiers that go along with that because fundamentally, if you can do this where your body is right or positioned correctly, it's a good exercise, particularly to take some of the stress off the anterior deltoids. Because let me tell you, when you do too many front presses, like a lot of people do, it's a lot of overbearing stress on the front deltoids, and you're probably overworking them. In fact, you'll see heavily developed frontal deltoids with rolled shoulders forward with people who do a lot of front delt work or a lot of front pressing, and also people who don't do their bench presses correctly, i.e. they don't bring their scapula in to use the chest, and instead the scapula are out and you're using more front deltoid and tricep, and they get jacked triceps and deltoids and not a very good chest, and they're benching all the time and they don't really know why. But we're talking about shoulder. There's a couple of things. If your shoulders are rolled forward, as I just mentioned, you got to work on correcting that with stretches and posture work, because if they are rolled forward, you're going to put undue stress on a rotator cuff and back if you do presses behind the neck. That's number one. And another thing you should be able to do if your body is right is you should be able to extend your shoulders and your arms over your head in an overhead press position and in back to the posterior without your rib cage rising, because if your rib cage is rising while doing this, well, you're not really getting true shoulder flexion. You're just kind of getting your whole body rolling back. So if you have good shoulder position, where your posture is good, chest out, shoulders back, and you're able to put your arms above your head and without your rib cage rolling up, and that's true shoulder flexion, then the press behind the neck should be good for you. You should be able to do it just fine. So really, it's not the fundamental tenets of the exercise itself. It's really your body position, posture, and how you're functioning. So we're working on stretches. Think about that and preserve those shoulders, because it's the most mobile joint of the body, and that's a good thing. But with all that mobility, there's a higher coefficient of injury and laxity. So listen, I've suffered shoulder problems. I've got them right now. This one's throbbing right now. I've got it in check, I hope. But, you know, pain lets you know you're alive. It also lets you know that sometimes you're doing things wrong. So when patients used to come in and say to me, hey, doc, I do this and it hurts, I would tell them don't do it. So if you're doing these things and they hurt, find a better way or just don't do them. And that's all I got for you tonight. You have a good one. Your thoughts, questions, considerations written down below are appreciated. They are my oxygen. Please help me breathe. Have a great night.